want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles and Gentlemen Sports Cards, located at 204 East McGalliard Road here in Muncie, Indiana. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit.
Hey guys, this is Dom with Plus 3 TCG, and we're with Alex.
Flipping the camera this time.
He got his invite today, so we're showing off his deck profile here.
Yeah.
Take it away, man.
So, yeah, I got 20th place. I went 7-2 at Rosemont. Yeah, Rosemont, Illinois. And yeah, it was fun. I took a round 1 loss. Round 1 loss and a round 3 loss. And round 1 loss was to Zoo something. And round 3 loss was to Masterpiece Demise bullshit. But yeah, both of them were pretty good. But yeah, I made it finally. Let's just get right into the deck profile. Now this is all pretty standard, like from my last profile. Still the same. 3 True King. This is the only one I'm playing. Pretty standard, I guess. 3 Overraptor, also really standard. Gets you to search. Miscellaneous, 3 of them. 1 Tyranno Infinity. This card was kind of a brick. Like I sided it out pretty much every game, unless I was going second, and then I could go for an OTK. I guess potentially was the thought. But like going further or going forward, I probably won't play that card. 3 Baby, because it's pretty standard. 3 Petite. I also sided one of these out every single game. Every game that I sided cards out, this was one of them. Because you really don't need it except for the one. If you can Overraptor Diagram, you're getting your Petite in the grave. And the other one's useless because you already have babies. You probably have at least 1 baby in deck still to pop your combos off with. So that is one of these is enough. And then 1 Garlic Aioli. And then for our other 2 dinos, our last minute one that I decided to play was Dogron, because there were times where I could end with Dogron and not get Kaiju'd, but it actually never came up.
And then playing around a Kaiju.
Yeah, no one was really playing Kaiju. I got Kaiju'd 1 time, but then 1 because it's searchable. And then standard of the Yang Zing lineup, 1 Shiwen, 1 Beyond, and 1 Suwani, just for the combo. Hand traps, 2 Ghost Ash. This came up, God, so much. Ghost Ogre, and 1 Maxi. I didn't miss anything else. Spells, 3 Fossil Dig, super standard. 3 Terraforming, super standard, the stuff you're searching out with. And then the little bit different, I'm only playing 2 Diagram and 1 Lost World.
Why Lost World? So
Lost World is really nice against Dryden. Yeah, just pretty much really good against Dryden and a lot of other decks that target. If for some reason the Diagram didn't go off and I had Lost World, that helped, but almost every time I was just resolving Diagram and Lost World was a backup. So arguably it could be a 3rd Diagram, but I really like the option of Lost World and the fact that you run 3 Terraforming and multiple ways of popping monsters in your hand, like just opening a Lithozogen. That's fine. You don't need Diagram if you have at least 1 baby. Even if you can't resolve the effect of Lithozogen, you're at least getting the baby engraved, which is essentially a Diagram, which is why, arguably, 2 Diagram is enough in Lost World, is an insane tech. Not really a tech, though,
Very nice.
since it's like themed for the tech. Soul Charge, because you open Overraptor, Soul Charge, and Terraforming or Diagram. You end with Calamity, Logia, Denglong with a trap, and Nat Beast. Yeah, sorry, it took me a bit to remember. And that is pretty much unbreakable. And I opened that 3 different times. Like I got the board off, but I opened the combo many times. I want to say at least 5 times I opened the combo. 2 of them though were stopped by Ash. Like it was fucked. The other one of Dark Hole, just because my deck can kind of run through Dark Holes, okay. 2 Twin Twister for Rogue because like people are running D-Barrier and like D-Barrier is not even really a trap because you can't really Twin Twister it because they'll just chain it every time. Even if you Galaxy Cyclone it, they're going to chain it. So Twin Twister got sided out a lot, but it was just there for Rogue. So in theory, it would have worked, but sorry about that plane. In theory, it would have worked, but since I didn't see any Rogue at all, I saw all Zoo, 1 Mirror Match, and 1 True Draco. And I guess my last round was Zephyra Yang Zing. Shout out to Mike.
How was that mirror match?
So that mirror match was against Jonathan Moore. Shout out to Jonathan Moore. That was an interesting mirror match. It seemed like he didn't play the Yang Zing starter as like heavily as I did, because like I also shout out to Doug Zeev D Zeev, who I think he invented that combo. I'm not sure if OCG already had it or not, but he's the one who I got that combo from. The summon Overraptor and then do the combo. John wasn't really playing that as much, it seemed, where I was kind of focused on making that turn 1 because that was a really good 1-card combo. And the Zephyra Dino guy just bricked. So in theory, from what I heard, the deck was nuts and it looked pretty nuts. It's just that he bricked and probably like too many starter cards and not enough like cards to follow up with it. And John just, I don't know, I guess it was a grindy and outplayed Duelist. I don't know. John, cool. And then my last 2 traps, 9 Pillars and Torrential Tribute. This came in handy a couple times because most Zoo players just kind of run into it after you do the Yang Zing play. And yeah, that's the main deck. 41 cards. The Dogron was the last second add-in. The extra deck is super standard. I really don't need to go too much into this. Denglong, because of the combo. Yazi, never made it. Boxia, never made it. Harold made it all the time. Chambara won me many games. Nat Beast made it like 3 times. Trish made it a few times. Pretty much everything in here was made except for the Yang Zing stuff. So, arguably cut it, but there's so much room in the extra deck that it's just okay. Exes, Dolka, made it a lot. Lagia, made it a lot. Abyss Dweller, never made it because I didn't really need to make it versus the Dino deck. Diamond Crab King was there theoretically for Masterpiece because you can activate it and run over Masterpiece, but more than likely they were going to pop it by then. So in theory, it was alright to run over Masterpiece, but it also like just wasn't good enough, I guess. Tornado Dragon, luckily I only faced one of those because I feel like it would have been a lot rougher. Tornado Dragon saved me a couple times. It honestly shouldn't have won me a game, but this person let me take back my Dolka move because I let him take back a move. And he let me put Tornado Dragon on instead, and I just cleared his back row and won. Zodiac package of Broad Bull and Dryden. This never got summoned. And I, before the tournament, was arguing back and forth with myself and Dom whether or not to play this. Played it because in theory it was nice to have the
Always an option.
Yeah, the spot removal was really nice, and then this got made a couple times. It just not as much as Denglong was, just because Calamities doesn't like it negates everything, but Denglong can like float from grave to deck, and it just has cool interactions.
Show us that side deck.
Yeah, the side deck also pretty standard. Or, I guess standard. Just, like, stuff to pretty much get over Masterpiece right here. Since I was already playing the Kaiju main, I could just put these 2 in, and it was alright. 3 Flying Sea for Zoo. Masterpiece Zoo, not so much, just because they contribute this, and you don't want that. 2 My Body for Zoo, and then Dino, but I never sided it in for Dino. The theory for Dino is for Overraptor, but it's just not really that good. Chalice for like going second against like Zoo, or because pretty much my whole side deck is built for Masterpiece and Zoo, as you will see.
Understandable.
That was pretty much just for Zoo because I knew this wasn't going to stop Masterpiece. Raigeki, board clear along with Dark Hole. End of the spells. Magic Deflector. It never came up, but in theory, this card is great. It definitely helps out a lot. And then the small Solemn Brigade. 2 strike, 1 warning. This came in clutch so many times, man. So obviously, like, nothing new, no new text or anything, but still a really good deck. And I blame it all on my androids for this. Shout out to Dom, the camera holder, for helping me like test so much. And then shout out to Ball State Yu-Gi-Oh Club, and yeah, thanks for all my subscribers and stuff. And yeah, feels good to finally make it.
Congrats, man.
All right,